Have you ever felt like you were fighting the tide, trying to control every detail of your life, but without getting the results you want? The truth is that the more resistance we put, the more things seem to escape from our hands. But what if I told you that there is a much more effective path? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy followed by great leaders, teaches that the true transformation does not come from the unbridled attempt to control everything, but from the conscience from which we really should put our energy. In this video, you will discover 10 Stoic lessons that can completely change your way of thinking and acting. From accepting what cannot be changed to aligning your vibrations to attract what you want, each principle is a step towards a lighter, abundant, and focused life on what really matters. If you want to learn to manifest your dreams without anxiety and without attachment, but with purpose and confidence, stay with me until the end, because this content may be what was missing to unlock your journey. Prepared to detach from resistance and flow with the universe? So let's start. The more we try to control everything around us, the more we realize that life has its own plans. Imagine trying to hold sand in your hands. The more strength you apply, the more it escapes between your fingers. Stoicism teaches us that our real power is not in external control, but in the way we react to situations. By accepting that not everything depends on us, we find the freedom to act without despair, with confidence and purpose. The resistance is born from the illusion that we can force events. But have you noticed how things flow better when we stop insisting on what doesn't depend on us? When we set aside anxiety and focus on what is really within our reach, life responds more harmoniously. The secret is not giving up, but changing the way of seeing. Just like a river that surrounds obstacles without losing its essence, we can move on without unnecessary wear. The key to this transformation lies in the observation and discipline of directing our energy to what matters. Instead of fighting the flow of life, why not learn to collaborate with him? Trusting in the process does not mean being passive, but acting consciously without the weight of frustration. Resistance holds us, while acceptance sets us free to manifest what we truly desire. What you repeat to yourself daily shapes your reality more than you think. Our mind is like fertile soil. If we plant doubts and fears, we reap insecurity and limitation. If we cultivate confidence and purpose, we reap growth and transformation. Stoics knew that our internal words are the root of our strength or our weakness. Marco Aurelio, for example, wrote to himself memories that everything was fleeting and that his power was in how he chose to react. Negative thoughts can paralyze us, but the good news is that we can change them consciously. When we catch ourselves repeating limiting beliefs like "I can never" or "this is not for me," we are literally programming our mind to failure. Instead, try reinforcing ideas like "I am capable of," "I find solutions to any challenge," and "my progress is inevitable." These statements are not just motivational phrases, they are a mental reprogramming that strengthens their resilience and clarity. Resistance to this practice often comes from the habit of focusing on the problem and not the solution. But note, successful people speak of challenges in a different way, seeking learning and opportunities. Stoicism teaches that it is not the situation that defines us, but our reaction to it. So what kind of narrative are you building? Are your internal words vibrating at the frequency of abundance or scarcity? Adjusting this tune can be the first step to changing everything. The way we see the world directly shape our experiences. If you have realized that when you are annoyed it seems to go wrong, but when you are in a good mood things flow better, know that this is not a coincidence. Our attention acts as a magnet, attracting situations compatible with our vibration. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our mindset and our actions. When we change the focus of the problem for the solution, we find opportunities where we only saw obstacles. The constant complaint holds on us in a cycle of negativity, while gratitude leads us to see new possibilities. Have you tried spending a whole day without complaining and just watching the situations more lightly? This simple exercise can transform your perception. Instead of wondering, why is this happening to me? Try, what can I learn from it? Stoicism teaches that it is not the difficulties that define us, but as we react to them. Your mental state is the key to creating a new reality. This does not mean ignoring problems or pretending that everything is perfect, but to change the way we interact with the challenges. When we direct our attention to growth and gratitude, we come to act with more courage and purpose. And the more aligned we have these values, the more our reality reflects this transformation. The universe does not respond to our words, but to the vibration we carry. So what have you chosen to feed, resistance or confidence? The past only controls us if we allow it. Many people carry regrets and old pains as if they were currents, without realizing that the key to freedom has always been in their hands. Stoicism teaches that we cannot change what has happened, but we can decide how we will deal with it from now on. Each moment is an opportunity to start over, and the resistance to releasing the past only prevents the manifestation of a better future. If you have gone through failures, disappointments, or errors, remember, everything was a learning. You are not the same person who was yesterday, and each experience brought valuable lessons that shaped your journey. Marco Aurelio said that what is on the way becomes the way. This means that challenges are not obstacles, but growth opportunities. The detachment of the past does not mean forgetting, but re-signifies. What once seemed like a loss may actually have been a necessary deviation for something much bigger. True transformation happens when you choose to live in the present without carrying unnecessary weights. Stoicism teaches us that freedom comes to accept the now as it is without resistance. By releasing the need to change what has gone through, you create space for new possibilities and experiences aligned with your purpose. What matters is not what happened, but how you choose to move on. After all, if the past cannot be changed, why allow him to control his future? Everything has its time, and trying to hurry what is not mature yet only generates anxiety and frustration. Stoicism teaches us that there is a natural balance in things, and that trusting the process allows us to live more lightly. Resistance arises when we want to control every detail of the future, but what if, instead, we learn to act with purpose and patience? When we understand that what is truly ours is already on its way, we find the peace of living the present without fear. Patience and acceptance eliminate restlessness over what has not yet happened. Imagine planting a seed and, the next day, digging the earth to see if it has already sprouted. That would not accelerate its growth, would only hinder the process. The same is true of our dreams and goals. If you are dedicating yourself and doing your part, there is no reason to doubt. The universe responds to its trust and consistency, and Stoicism teaches that virtue is precisely in the discipline of moving on without despair. Gratitude is also an essential factor for this journey. When we recognize what we already have, we create a state of abundance instead of scarcity. Trusting that what is yours will come at the right time does not mean staying still, but acting without anxiety, maintaining the vibration of certainty. Peace comes to realize that life is not against you, it is always in your favor. And when you relax and allow things to flow, they happen much more harmony and naturalness. Gratitude is one of the most powerful feelings we can cultivate. When you focus on what you already have, instead of what is missing, your vibration changes instantly. Stoicism teaches that true happiness does not come from what we want in the future, but of the ability to value the present. Practicing gratitude daily strengthens abundance consciousness, reduces anxiety, and creates positive energy that attracts even more good things. After all, if you can't value what you have already achieved, how do you expect to receive more? Visualization is a powerful complement to this process. When you imagine yourself living the reality you want, your brain begins to work in favor of it. High-performance athletes use this technique to improve their results, and you can do the same in any area of your life. Close your eyes and visualize your ideal life with details. How do you feel? What is around you? Who is with you? The lighter this image, the more your mind aligns with this manifestation. The combination of gratitude and visualization generates clarity and confidence. You start to act as if you are already on the right track, and this influences your decisions and behaviors. Stoicism teaches us that it is not enough to desire, it is necessary to align thought, emotion, and action. By thank you for what you have and visualize what you want, you not only attract new opportunities, but also strengthen your discipline to move on. After all, what you feel and believe today determines what you will manifest tomorrow. Life is a ball between you and the universe. Life flows better when we learn to balance action and trust. We often try to impose our will on every detail, as if we had absolute control over everything. But Stoicism teaches us that some things simply do not depend on us. As with a dance, we need to learn to drive when necessary, but also to be carried away by the natural rhythm of events. Forcing too much generates resistance, while acting lightly allows us to enjoy every moment with more harmony. Not everything is under our control, and this can be liberating. When you understand that your responsibility is just to do your best and accept results as you come, anxiety decreases. Have you noticed that the best opportunities come when you are relaxed and open to possibilities? The universe responds to your vibration, and if you are always in tension, in fear, or doubt, you will not allow things to happen in the best way. The secret is to learn to trust the flow without losing the pace of action. True wisdom is acting without resistance and trusting the process. This does not mean being passive, hoping that everything will fall from the sky, but to find the balance between effort and delivery. Great dancers are not rigid or too loose, they feel the music and adjust their steps as needed. Similarly, your life transforms when you learn to act with conscience and purpose, but without attachment to full control. After all, the more relaxed you are, the softer the dance of life will be. The law of attraction and how it influences its reality. Thoughts and emotions issue vibrations that attract similar experiences. If you cultivate fear, doubt, and scarcity, your reality will reflect these sensations. On the other hand, when you feed confidence, gratitude, and purpose, the universe responds at the same frequency. Stoicism teaches that we should not waste time lamenting what we do not have, but focus on what we can do to transform our reality. What you feel internally defines what manifests itself externally. Your thoughts and emotions act like a magnet. Imagine someone who spends all the time complaining about life and waiting for the worst. This mindset ends up attracting more frustrations. Now think of someone who faces challenges with resilience and seeks opportunities in any situation. This person, even in the face of difficulties, can move on and transform obstacles into learning. The difference is not in what happens, but in the way we react. And that's where the law of attraction and Stoicism meet. Consciousness is the key to shaping your reality. You cannot control everything that happens, but you can control your reaction. Adjusting your mindset is like tuning an instrument to resonate with the life you want. If you want peace, vibrate peace. If you want success, act with discipline and confidence. The universe always responds to what you emanate. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes to accept that happiness is not in control of events, but in the way we face them. The true power to manifest is in virtue and alignment with their values. It is not enough just to wish something. This desire must have a greater purpose than just personal earning. Stoicism teaches us that the most powerful manifestation happens when we seek something that is in tune with justice, courage, and the common good. When its intention is pure and its action is guided by discipline and consciousness, the universe conspires in its favor. Wishing something only by status or momentary pleasure brings superficial and fleeting satisfaction. Imagine someone who dreams of being a millionaire, but without a real purpose for this money. This person may even reach his goal, but will feel empty soon after. On the other hand, those seeking success to create positive impact and improve other people's lives have a greater and more lasting sense. Stoicism reminds us that living with virtue is the true key to a full life. To manifest is not only to attract, but also to act aligned with its principles. There is no point in wishing a better life if your daily actions do not reflect it. Do you want peace, but do you complain about it? Want prosperity, but are you afraid to risk? Transformation happens when you adjust your mindset, emotions, and actions to vibrate at the frequency of what you want. Stoicism teaches that it is not enough to want, one must be and act according to what you seek. The attachment to the result generates unnecessary anxiety and frustration. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom comes from focusing on what we can control: our actions, our attitude, our discipline. What happens later, as the end result, should not be our main concern. Marco Aurelio, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said that our thoughts define our lives, not the external circumstances. When we cling to the result, we stop living the process, which is where the power of transformation really is. True freedom is to focus on your actions, not control over what is beyond your reach. When you release attachment to the result, it begins to act more confidence and less fear, allowing things to flow more naturally. Also, this change of focus makes room for unexpected opportunities, which are often better than you imagined. After all, the universe has a unique way to orchestrate what is best for you when you stop fighting it. Failing to cling to the result does not mean giving up on your goals. It means acting with consistency and discipline, but without the anxiety of wanting to control everything. Instead of worrying about the end of the journey, focus on every step you take and trust that fate will work to your advantage. In this way, you break free from tension and allow your energy to focus on what really matters: action, virtue, and purpose. When the anxiety of the result disappears, you open to true inner peace. Positive thinking without action does not generate real change. Stoicism teaches us that true transformation only happens when we align our thoughts, emotions, and actions. The mind may be powerful, but it is in disciplined action that we can materialize our desires. You may have all the intentions in the world, but if you do not act according to them, you are just dreaming. Action is the fuel that transforms vision into reality. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Start today with the resources you have. Stoicism emphasizes that we must act with reason and values. Each action needs to be aligned with the greater purpose of our lives. For example, if you want to be healthier, you can think of all the benefits of physical activity, but if you don't take the attitude of getting up and going to the gym, nothing will change. Stoics believe that true wisdom is in weighted action, one that is not impetuous, but comes from a place of consciousness and virtue. Acting with intention is what creates transformation. Consistent small steps are more powerful than waiting for a great perfect moment. Real change does not happen overnight, but in the sum of small daily actions. Continuous learning, adaptation, and discipline are the pillars of any journey of transformation. And along the way, obstacles become less intimidating because you are stronger and more aligned with your values. In the end, it is when you decide to act with intention that it begins to transform your life deeply and lasting. Are you ready to transform your life? By applying the principles of Stoicism, you can manifest everything you want without the anxiety that often prevents us from acting. True change begins when you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions, releasing control and trusting the process of life. So what are you waiting for? Start today with small, consistent actions, and note how the universe begins to respond to your vibration. Remember, the journey is as important as fate, and it is on the way that we find our true strength and freedom. If you enjoyed this content and want to keep learning how to live more consciously and aligned with your purposes, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications not to lose any of the next content. Let's go together on this transformation journey.